Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk to you about the most important factors, two most important factors in OCD recovery. If you don't listen to anything else I say, take these two things on board. In order to recover from OCD, number one, you have to get rid of rumination. Rumination is the stepping stone to doing compulsions. It's the stepping stone to doing checking, avoiding, whether it's puro or physical compulsions type of OCD, it still starts with rumination. So you need to start cutting it down. How much time you are allowing yourself to actively think about the thought. When the thought comes in automatically, there's nothing you can do about it. It just comes in, the thought is there, and for the first few minutes, maybe you ruminate. Okay, but when you catch yourself, wait a minute, I'm now actively thinking about this. Should I continue to think about it? This is your time to stop. If you can't stop, try to delay, because most people, to be honest, can't stop. They can delay, right? So, but at first, I mean, right? But when you at first delay, it makes it easier for you to later delay further and then eventually not ruminate at all, not figure it out at all, whatever the situation is. And if you have physical compulsions, if you are delaying, that means delaying thinking about it, you're also delaying doing the compulsion. Depends on the situation, but either way, you need to start reducing the amount of time you're allowing yourself to ruminate. You can't recover if you're going to be ruminating 24 hours a day. You just can't. So by delaying, by refusing, by refocusing, you need to start reducing rumination. And the second part is you need to start reducing stress. I don't want you to put yourself in a situation where you're not working, not doing anything, because that's too much free time and that will make it harder for you not to ruminate. But if you feel like your stress levels are through the roof, you can't handle it, then you need to start reducing them, because it just makes it so much harder for you to recover from OCD when you are overstressed in real life, because the brain's already running 1,000,000 miles an hour. You need to make the recovery your number one priority. And I understand if you're going through a stressful time in your life, there's nothing you can do about it. But if you're taking on extra stress, try to take on less. A lot of the times, people who get OCD, they generally tend to be people who do a lot. They're very active. They are very productive. They strive to be very productive, very perfectionist. It doesn't have to be in every area of your life, but in certain areas of your life. And that just leads to more stress, and the more stress will lead to more OCD thoughts coming in on autopilot, because the brain views it as, if you're stressed, I need to warn you about all the dangers. What dangers could I possibly warn you about? I know. I'll warn you about all these OCD worries that are not even real, but I don't know that. And that's why, if you are overstressed, as soon as you get into this position, or a lot of the times actually right after the stress happens. So the stress happened, you've dealt with it, and now that the situation has calmed down, this gives the opportunity for the brain to throw everything else at you, which it does. So you have to look at it that, no, not doing this, moving on, doesn't matter, disregarding, and really, really push through. On both those factors, they're very important. Try to see where you are, where you have this in your life, and try to reduce, especially rumination. I don't think I've talked to one person in 10 years for whom rumination was not a major issue. It is always a major issue. I don't care if the person is doing only physical compulsions, rumination is still a major issue. They find time to ruminate. So you have to look at it this way, that I need to get rid of rumination, I need to reduce stress, and I need to push through on recovery. If you do have a situation where you're doing a lot of physical compulsions, I would say in that case, do an hour a day of focused exposures where you're on purpose doing things the wrong way based on what OCD wants you to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I do daily videos about all things related to OCD recovery. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.